Welcome to the Money Talks Simple podcast, the show that breaks down money, wealth, and the world simply. I'm your host, Josh, and I'm here with Nora.
And today we're tackling a pretty spicy topic, Josh. The title is Why Your Degree Will Be Worthless in 5 years.
Whoa, okay, coming in hot. I can already feel the tuition fee flashbacks from here.
Right? But it's a serious question we have to ask. We're in this massive shift, and the old rules, they're just not applying anymore.
Okay, so let's get into it. The source text we're looking at throws out a wild stat right at the beginning. It says if you graduated in the last 5 years, roughly 40% of what you learned is already obsolete.
40%. That is staggering. And if you're about to graduate, that number is going to be even higher. The pace is just picking up.
Yeah, and the big reason is, well, it's AI, right? Artificial intelligence is just accelerating everything.
Totally. I mean, think about it. It used to be that universities were the gatekeepers of knowledge. You had to go there to get the info. But now, AI has just democratized all of that. Information is everywhere.
Right, and it creates this time gap. A degree takes 4, maybe more years, but AI capabilities are evolving like monthly.
Exactly. The whole model is breaking down, which is probably why we're seeing these huge companies. Google, Apple, IBM, Netflix.
Oh yeah, they're dropping degree requirements for a ton of jobs.
Mm-hmm. Because they found out something really important. And it's a bit of a tough pill to swallow. The text says, degrees predict past compliance, not future performance.
Oof, so getting a degree just means you were good at being a student?
Pretty much. It means you can follow a curriculum, you can meet deadlines, you can pass tests. And those are good skills, but they don't necessarily prove you can solve a complex new problem that no one's written a textbook about yet.
That makes so much sense, especially when AI can now do a lot of those textbook tasks, like process legal documents or diagnose medical conditions, better and faster than a human graduate from a top school.
So, okay, if the piece of paper is becoming less important, what is important? What are the skills that actually matter now?
Yeah, this is the hopeful part, right? It's not about memorizing facts anymore. It's about these deeply human skills. The first one the article lists is creative problem solving under ambiguity.
Under ambiguity. I like that. So, not just solving a math problem where there's one right answer, but navigating a situation where things are messy and unclear.
Exactly, the kind of stuff that makes an AI just freeze. Then there's cross-cultural empathy and collaboration. That one feels huge, especially with remote work becoming so common.
Totally. You're working with people across the globe. You have to be able to understand different perspectives to get anything done. And the next one is adaptive learning agility.
Which is just a fancy way of saying you have to be able to learn new things fast. The half-life of a skill is shrinking. What you know today might be useless tomorrow, so your ability to learn is the real skill.
The meta skill, learning how to learn. And the last one is ethical reasoning. As AI takes over the simple, routine decisions, we humans are left with the really tricky gray area ones.
So it's all the stuff that makes us human. Creativity, empathy, adaptability, and a conscience, basically. Okay, so we know the problem, we know the skills we need. How do we get them? The answer in this text was really not what I expected.
How me neither. You'd think the solution to a tech problem would be more tech, right? Some new app, some new online platform.
Right, but it points to this 5,000-year-old Indian concept called the Gurukul.
Yeah, can you break that down? What is that?
So the ancient Gurukul model wasn't about accumulating credits. It was about cultivating wisdom. It was all based on personalized mentorship, learning by doing real things and developing your character, not just memorizing content.
Okay, I'm into that. So, how does that apply today? We're not all going to go live with a guru in the mountains.
No, the idea is to create a digital Gurukul. You take that ancient wisdom, the mentorship, the focus on real-world projects, and you combine it with modern technology.
Oh, okay, I see. So you're using AI to handle the basic information curation, which frees up human mentors to focus on the actual wisdom part.
Exactly. And you're using global platforms to connect with diverse communities. And your grades aren't test scores, they're your portfolio, the actual stuff you've built and the impact you've made.
That's a huge mindset shift from what grade did I get to what impact did I have. But it can feel a little overwhelming, like, okay, go build a digital gurukul. Great, thanks. What are the practical first steps?
Well, the text lays out a cool 90-day plan. In the first 30 days, it's about audit and pivot. You do and I quote, a brutal inventory of your skills.
A brutal inventory. I love that phrasing.
Yeah, ask yourself, what parts of my job can AI already do better? And then you start documenting your work as projects in a portfolio, not just the list of job titles on a resume.
Okay, that's concrete. What's next? Days 31 to 60.
That's build and connect. You find or create a learning community, you start a project that forces you to collaborate with different people, and you find the mentor, someone who embodies the human qualities you want to develop, not just someone with the best technical expertise.
So it's about shifting from learning alone to learning in a community. And then the last 30 days?
Demonstrate and iterate. You finish a tangible project that shows off your unique value, and then, and this is the scary part for a lot of people, you share your learning process publicly. A blog, LinkedIn, giving a talk, whatever.
Get feedback, refine, and repeat. It's about getting out of the theoretical classroom and into the messy real world.
Totally. It's a big shift in thinking. But I think the bottom line is you either adapt or you become obsolete. The world is just isn't waiting around for us to catch up.
Yeah. The goal isn't to compete with AI, it's to become a human AI collaborator, to focus on our uniquely human skills, the judgment, the creativity, the empathy. That's our real, lasting value.
Thanks for tuning in. Join us next time as we unpack another idea you think you know. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next.